Happy day, happy week, and happy life. I hope you're doing amazing and moving to the next level. We all need to be motivated. We suffer when we are not, and we don't feel good about it. We start to ask ourselves if we are the problem for our lack of motivation, or if there is something hidden that we are missing. It is good to be inspired by nature and the universe in these things. You can see how water moves in the flow and flows non-stop. The same happiness and the same happens with motivation. Either some problems inside you or in your environment prevent you from moving to the flow. If you encounter rocks, you stop and water stops. Once you move in the flow, it is like magic. Everything happens without effort. All you need to think about is always being in the flow. I will talk about the following: motivation problems, learn to live in the flow, get back to the flow, influence others for motivation, mind movies, law of achievers work environment. Motivation problems. Many problems may affect your motivation, and this can be either internal or from your environment. Your environment may believe in something other than working in the flow and may have a culture of planning and focusing on the things you do and your tasks instead of being in the flow. It can also be focused on objectives instead of being in the flow, which is more related to being. Some environments believe that high stress leads to productivity. Stress is indeed a health problem. If you push your people hard in sprints, you make everybody's life horrible in the long run. These health problems may not be evident in a short time when people are young, but they will come sooner or later. Stress is not a sustainable way of gaining productivity. When we are in stress mode, our brain has no coherence. Having brain activity and wave activity that may cause health problems since it's not coherent. Also, the heart is not in coherence mode, having an incoherent activity that can also cause health problems. As we have words that create veterans without legs or arms, your company or organization focusing on stressing out people, you will have the same casualties, no matter what. Is it worth it? Probably not. It is good to be responsible with people since we are all one. There are ways to have productive teams without stress. Better to forget about the sprints and other tools that are actual stress weapons of health destruction. Your environment may also have limitations that may affect your motivation. You can have a computer that often crashes, use a network that has problems, be interrupted often in the office, etc. All this affects your motivation since it prevents you from being in the flow. When you get back to what you were doing, you lost it. You lost that thing that was like magic and allowed you to move without effort, the flow. You can also have conflicts with other people in your environment. Maybe you don't feel respected or valued, or there are personal problems with them, and it feels like a pain going to work every day. This is hard to resolve, especially if your teammates have a different consciousness. There might be narcissistic behaviors, much ego, or differences in sensibilities. You will need to resolve these problems with a heart-based conscience. Sometimes it's not possible since some people are intensely living in the ego conscience and separation conscience. But other times will be possible to talk things out and have a healthy workspace. You can also have conflicts inside you. You can have limitations in your subconscious that you are not aware of. These limitations could be in the form of guilty, lack of confidence, and others. These limitations can affect your motivation, making you think you are not enough, that all people are better than you. The reality is that you are enough. You only need to live in the flow. It might also happen that you don't fully believe in yourself. This makes you not get to whatever you can do, not reacting to your thought and doing the best that you can. It would be best if you were in the flow with your maximum potential without stress, but at your top. So it would be best if you reinforce your beliefs. You can do this in meditation and using mind movies that I describe later in this video. Using visualizations in meditation of your new you, your mind will, step by step, forget about the past and start creating your new reality. You can also create a mind movie of your work or personal development, which can help reinforce your beliefs. You may also live too much with your mind. In this case, you will not listen to your feelings or heart. You may be in a profession that gives you a nice income, but does not move many feelings inside you. You don't feel about it. This will cause you not to be motivated. Sometimes we become too mental, thinking about goals and objectives, and we need to remember about our souls and hearts. It might also happen that you are not connected with your higher self and soul. In this case, you will be doing what your ego and a mask want, but not really what your soul agreed to do on earth. For this, numerology can help you. Numerology sometimes points out what your soul desires and your higher self. Sometimes if you don't identify with numerology results, you may live your life disconnected from your higher self. It would be best if you look for inner dreams and soul urge numbers. You will need to do activities that are sync with any of those activities related to those numbers. For example, the soul urge number for me is 9, helping humanity. An inner dreams number is 1, leading projects that have original ideas. So now in my life, I'm aligned with my higher self and my soul. Learn to live in the flow. If you want to be motivated, if you want to be productive, the only thing you need is to live your life in the flow. When you are in the flow, your work activities don't feel like work. Everything is flowing, even if you have complex things to do. When you are not working in the flow, everything is painful and feels like much work. Our society generally focuses on the destination. Many people do this. They have your goals, an objective for the year, for work, for the family, etc. When we do this, we focus our attention on the destination. Where we focus our attention is where our energy goes. So all your energy is on the due date. There is no energy for creativity walking in the journey through the flow. You will be stressed about the due date and whether you will meet the deadline or not. When living in the flow, you must focus on the journey, not the destination. When you do this, you focus on the problems of the journey. This allows you to focus on inspiration, idea downloads, and creativity to solve those problems without anxiety. When you design what you will be working on, you will need to pay attention to this. Design your activities so you don't have distractions and you do similar activities in a sequence. Get back to the flow. You may lose your flow due to some circumstances. First, you need to analyze why you lost the flow. Think if you can do things differently next time. If the problem is related to relationships with people, meet with them and discuss the issues. You need to agree that your identities are unnecessary. Your activities of separation are not necessary. The purpose of your ego are not required, and all that matters is the only thing that matters is the flow. When you are in the flow, you all acknowledge that you are all one. All of you are going in the flow. Do not blame yourself for anything that made you lose the flow. Next time, you will do it better, and you will learn what happened, and that knowledge will make you do better next time in your journey. Lead others for motivation. When you have a team, you need to lead other people so they are motivated and you can move forward in your company or your organization. You first need to involve people in deciding what needs to be done. Everybody needs to participate and own the features and the releases for the results of the product you're creating. If somebody decides what needs to be done, then hands over that something to somebody else who manages other people to make that reality. And some people end up doing the work. That structure will not motivate your people. They need to own the work that needs to be done and feel essential and required by the organization. It's not about giving orders to people. People need to participate from start to end. If you have a structure that is not motivating people, you will first need to change that structure and then apply the flow rules to your workflow. You need a system that allows emotions from your people to enrich your organization to move everything further. You also need a structure that does not allow the separation of people. When there is separation, the mask and the ego comes into play. When you need a system that unifies people, which helps the fact that we are all one. Mind movies. You can create a movie of your new reality that forces your mind to believe in your new reality. Sometimes we have problems with self-limiting beliefs. This might happen due to issues in our subconscious mind, lack of belief, lack of confidence, etc. Generally, it's related to our past. We try to build a future by thinking about our history. You think about the things you did in the past to determine what you will be able to do in the future. When you do this, you live in the past. You live in the past. If you believe in the past, you cannot create anything new. And you will create something like the past, where you had many limitations. First, you will select a song that means something to you and has some emotional relation with you. Then you will create a video of your new reality. You can create different videos for different future creations, and you can create one of your personal development and another for your daily work. Do not limit yourself when you design your mind movie. Just allow the magic to happen, the universe to help you out. Just imagine how your life will be and what it will look like. Your imagination will bring you your reality. This will happen in divine timing. Do not expect when it will happen. Also, do not think about how it will happen. Imagine and design the reality to happen. It is just simple as that. Then as you go to sleep, you are tired. Play your mind movie daily. Your mind will try to create the reality in the video and convince you that it is possible. If you can watch it on your TV, much better. We tend to believe everything on TV is real and true. By watching the video late at night, you make your mind have a higher chance of suggestion since the meditation and the melatonin is acting. Love Achievers work environment. Love Achiever organization circles are designed to make it easier to be in the flow and be motivated. The methodology is intended for digital and organizations that produce software applications or other features to work in a different way. The workflow allows everyone in the circle to own the features the company is working on, focusing on the client's problems. Everybody in the company is focused and compromised on the client's issues and needs, taking care of them. The teams are small without the structure of power, allowing a form of we are all one. People work in the flow with activities to align being in it with a high degree of humanity and emotions in the final product and the team itself. The team cares for the client's problems, since everything is designed around love feelings. Everything is designed around the motivation of people, the flow, and walking the journey. This allows a structure of more like a flock of birds than other organizations based on power and managing people you can see around. This is so since the system is simplified, so the team has a collective consciousness. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and share this video if it helps you grow and move to the next level. Also click on the notification bell and subscribe so you don't miss any of my videos. I also remind you that you can join the Love Achievers community to access group coaching sessions, get to know other like-minded people, monitor your progress in moving to the next level, and access guided meditations. You will find the link in the description, and I will see you in the next video.